Here is Donald Trump's video statement from Mar-a-Lago.
The thing that will be coming up very soon will be immunity for a president, and not immunity for me, but for any president. If a president doesn't have full immunity, you really don't have a president, because nobody that is serving in that office will have the courage to make, in many cases, what would be the right decision, or it could be the wrong decision. It could be, in some cases, the wrong decision, but they have to make decisions, and they have to make them free of all terror that can be rained upon them when they leave office or even before they leave office. And some decisions are very tough. I can tell you that as a president, that some decisions to make are very tough. I took out ISIS, and I took out some very big people from the standpoint of a different part of the world.
I think he's trying to say he assassinated Soleimani.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
from the standpoint of him being Iranian.
But what I mean, he's pivoted here. I mean, this statement, of course, was about the Supreme Court ruling yesterday, but he pivots to presidential immunity because that's obviously the thing that's on his mind. He is afraid of facing criminal charges, and that ruling we're going to get in June or July. I think it could go as early as the first week of July, the first couple of days of July. And the idea that a president cannot be held to account for, regardless of what they do in office, is absurd.
Yeah. Isn't that the one thing the boomers accomplished is like say, hey, Nixon, we can't abide some of this stuff?
Theoretically, I mean, there was a reason why they needed to pardon him.
Yeah, exactly.
And presumably that was because there is criminal liability for things that you do when you are president, if they aren't necessarily in service of your duty as president. There's no argument that overthrowing an election is your duty as a president. That's just not part of the job description.
Yeah. But that was the statement that Fox and Friends was saying was so kind and focused towards others and the other elected officials, because he's saying there that it's not just about me. It's not just
thinking about
me.
everybody else.
Everybody else.
This
who
is
could
the
be
populace saying,
targeted.
all of us politicians, how is it supposed to take to the politicians and drain the swamp? Actually, we should all be protected because it's bad if we get accountability.
And I just don't want to move past our discussion of this without acknowledging that Fox and Friends there also compared him to God.
Yeah, that was something else.
I mean, he's like, I am God.
Sand.
I am God, and that's why.
Find your own marble.
Right. I'm doing this for you all, my flock.
It is, I don't quite get the analogy. I mean, I get the joke.
Find
a
your
little
Polish
bit.
Workers.
I mean,
but you have to start with the premise. You have to start with the premise that
Find your own loan from your dad.
God exists. I mean, that's like that joke where Moses and God are playing golf. Mm-hmm. And Moses hits the ball and, I don't know, lands 100 yards from the green. I don't know enough about golf. And God hits the ball. It goes into the pond. A fish swims it across. Turtle pulls it up and walks it up to the edge of the green. And the big wind blows and it comes right up to the cup, and then lightning hits the ball. And Moses turns to God and goes, are you going to play golf or are you going to F around?
I can't say I've heard that one before.
As a golfer, that was a good one.